Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. And I'm glad to be here each and every week to do these Auto Shop Success Lives in 15 minutes. And I do them for a couple of reasons. The first reason is for owners, leaders, managers to shift their perspective, the way they look at the business and turn that into your competitive edge. What I find is most owners, managers, leaders are really stuck in the day to day and they don't take the time or feel like they have the time to look at the business from that 30,000-foot view. And that really is a competitive edge because most aren't doing it. What I find is they feel consumed by the business. So spend 15 minutes a week and focus on that. The second reason I do it is to take one action item away because the combination of the two, being able to get that 30,000-foot view and being able to take one action item away, it's amazing what can happen. It doesn't take these massive changes to make an impact on the business. These small changes can cause a ripple effect. So I'm glad you're here. This is a very giving group in the automotive space. If you find this valuable, please share it with someone that you believe it can help. So I want to get started right away. This week, the topic is you can't Google a handshake. And what I want to do today is unpack why every event is a gold mine for your shop. And when I think about this, I'm talking about industry events, automotive events. There are many of them, and even events that are local in your community. They may be events that are held with the chamber, Better Business Bureau, those type of events, community events. All of the events can really be a gold mine for your shop. So I personally just got back from an industry event, a conference called Tools, and it was held in Pennsylvania. And I always come back with notes with takeaways. Even more wins happen for me in the hallway or on the trade show floor. Here's how every handshake can turn into real shop results, right? These real world results for your business. I want to share also some icebreaker ideas if small talk isn't your thing. So I want to jump right into it. Ideas that you can put into place on Monday when you get back, whatever day you get back. I met a shop owner that actually reduced comebacks or it even helped with entry-level tech mistakes, right? What they developed was a 5-minute QC check, quality control. So they wanted to reduce those things and they got together with their team and they quickly made a QC check, a list. And it really helped a lot, not only with problems with comebacks, but also training their entry-level techs. Another person that I talked to, a lead tech, a foreman, some people would say a foreman, that expects any of the technicians that bring a challenge to them, they want them to come with an idea to solve it. One idea they have to come with. And they also ask, when we dove a little bit deeper and we had this conversation, they also ask what the technician has already tried. And this really helped build confidence in the tech. It also helped the tech realize the foreman or the lead tech. It helped that person realize the thought process of the tech. So those nuggets that I just shared with you, they're not always in a slide deck when it comes to training. You only get them by talking to people that are actually living and working, right? The same grind that we all are. Another value of this is skills and pride. So when your foreman swaps repair ideas with peers, they come home energized and they can coach the rest of the team. Hey, here's a new thing I want to try in the shop, or I got this idea from someone else. Service advisors learn fresh ways to handle, that question that people get asked a lot, why are you more expensive? Or what makes you different? Or why is it so much? And they can actually try new wording the next morning. It gives them a little confidence. It gives them a little clarity or even a new perspective on how to approach working with customers. So the thing here is investing in one trip can really accelerate everybody's growth back home. A third thing I want to encourage is visit the vendors. Whether this is industry specific or it's locally in your area, because your vendors, your suppliers want you to succeed. So now there's a connection. There's a face behind that PO number. Okay. And a lot of times when there's that face there and you have a connection, it could mean quicker answer when a part is on national back order. Show genuine interest in their new tech. You would be surprised. They may reach out to you and you can get early access to different things that they're trying, things that they're testing, or promos, or even trade show specials when you're actually at the event. The fourth one I want to share with you is owner to owner connections. Need a payroll service? Well, there might be somebody in the lobby, somebody that you're sitting with at the same table at dinner that already figured it out. So when you're swapping stories, you're actually building a support circle that you can now text. You can reach out to and call anytime. So it's really priceless when you come up against some kind of a roadblock and you have someone in your corner. So the reality here is that some owners will either think or they will say, because I've heard this over the years many times, travel's just too expensive. Here's the thing. I know there is an investment, right? But one prevented comeback or better parts deals often covers the price. So when you think about it, you may be working with a better vendor, more higher quality parts, those types of things. It can really make a difference. A lot of people will say they can't leave the shop. Well, maybe an idea might be to rotate the staff. If you can't take everyone, send one key player each time and have them come back and teach the team what they've learned. That's a great starting point. And then you can see the value. And then this is something that's not often said openly, but when I talk to people privately, they'll tell me that they freeze up or they're uncomfortable in crowds. So use the three-question three-question list that I made. Networking. You have to realize that networking is 90% listening. So I'm going to share with you this quick start list for conversation starters. 3 questions that you can ask. What's one tweak you made this year that paid off big? Ask someone that question. Another question to ask is what tool or software just saved you a ton of money, a ton of time? Time is money, right? So what tool or software just saved you a ton of time? And third, if you could redo one process in your shop, what would it be? These are great conversation starters. And I want to share with you like a little bonus tip here. Jot down their answer and their contact information. If they have a business card, great. If they don't, make a note, use it in your phone, do it in your phone, whatever works for you. But here's the thing, email them a quick, thanks for the tip within, 48 hours, depending on when you're traveling, when the conference is over. Give them a quick thank you. So, to put this all into perspective, here's a 4-step action plan for you. Pick your next event and lock that one in. Make the decision that you're going to go. Make the decision that you're going to bring someone. Now you need to prep. List 3 pain points that you want answers to. You know what they are. Every shop has nuances, and ask them in every session or, in the hallway. Ask those 3. Third, connect. Aim for 5 meaningful conversations. That's it. You don't have to, we're not looking for 50 really surface chats that lead to nothing. We're talking about 5 meaningful conversations. And then when you get back, number 4 is debrief. Share the takeaways in Monday's huddle and assign who's going to test what. Empower your team that way. It's really important. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's do it together here. If you have an upcoming event, definitely reach out, message me. I would love to know where you're going, where you're headed, because maybe I'm going to be at the same event and I would love to connect with you. So this is, when I think of this, I think of better shops and stronger connections are really going to help. So that's it for this week's Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. I'm glad that you were here. Again, if you find it valuable, please share it with another owner, another manager, another leader that would find it helpful. Thanks for being here.